Hello there. Every organization needs a business analyst. Specific business analyst responsibilities vary from one organization to another. Still, the questions you are bound to go through from HR are likely to be very similar. What questions should you expect? This is where we come in. We have prepared a comprehensive list of savvy HR round interview questions and answers. Question number 1. Why should we hire you? This is one of the typical and quintessential questions that business analyst candidates face during an interview. You are expected to sum up the value you could add to the company and what you bring to the table. The interviewer will also be gauging your level of confidence by how you explain your expertise. The best thing you can do is to be concise when highlighting your skill set, the gist of your work, and the experience you have gained so far. You need to explain how your expertise can contribute to the development and profitability of the organization. Researching the company beforehand can help you answer this question impeccably. It will help you explain what gaps your skills, expertise, and experience could fill in the company and how invaluable and indispensable you could possibly be. Research the company even before you customize your business analyst resume for submission. Feel free to mention the companies you have worked for, the number of years you have worked for them, and what skills you were known for. Also talk about what a good team player you are and how quickly you are to learn to pick up on everything else your position will require of you. Question number 2. What do you think about our business? This is by far one of the most important questions the interviewer is likely to ask you. This will be your chance to show them that you are hungry for the job. Most businesses want to know that they are working with people who are increasingly passionate about their mission. They are looking for people who are willing to go the extra mile. This question is usually geared towards testing whether a candidate spent any time researching the company they are applying to. You would be surprised to know that most candidates barely even check out the company's website, which always turns into a failed interview. It is important for you to customize your interview for every company, so we emphasize that you do as much homework as possibly you can about each one. Start by visiting the company's website, signing up for their services, and going as far as contacting customer support. Check out the LinkedIn pages to see what positions are currently available. This will help you understand in what way the company is looking to scale. With this information, your answers and opinions will be brutally honest. You will show them that you can handle a challenge by explaining where you think the company needs improvement. Question number 3. Can you tell us about a project you previously worked on from start to finish? The purpose of this question is to show whether you have previously handled responsibilities and led any projects. The HR interviewer will need to understand whether you have worked on complex projects before and how you handled them. This will test your strength as an analyst and show your business project experience and ability to communicate the project's details with someone who was not involved. When you face this question, take a few seconds to gather your thoughts. Start by explaining the problems or the issues you were required to solve in the project. Explain why the project was a priority for the company and which manager requested it. Take the interviewer through the process and explain who was involved, how the project evolved, and what kind of impact it had on the company. Question number 4. Why did you leave your previous company? HR interviewers revel in this question because they gather some great insights from the candidates. This is an opportunity for them to understand not just the company, but the personal dynamics that made you leave the previous company. Be wary of giving a generic answer though, because most interviewers will catch it and take it as a red flag. Technically, this can be a tricky question depending on why you left your previous employer. However, the worst thing you can do is to rant about how your employer screwed you over and make bitter comments about it. As honest as you want to be, it is important for you to be smart because you don't want to badmouth either the employer or the company. If you do, it will show your character and bad faith. The interviewer will assume you will do the same thing if you leave this company for another. Question number 5. What are your salary expectations? A question like this can easily make you panic. You don't know whether you are aiming too high and pricing yourself out of the job or selling yourself short. Your answer could disqualify you from the job position if you don't necessarily align with the company's allocated budget for the role. Still, this is not necessarily a bad thing because you don't want to expect a job that pays lower than you expect anyway. For starters, you should know what your ideal salary is. The current average base salary for business analysts in the US is $77,000, but you need to think beyond this. Think about paid time off, commuter benefits, stock options, yearly bonuses, among others. This is another major reason to research the company in advance. You need to understand what they pay their employees or what perks and benefits they offer. Now, during the interview, avoid responding with a single number. It may limit your chances of working something out. Give a salary range instead and keep the bottom range at the mid or high of what you want to leave room for negotiations. Mention what benefits would allow you to be flexible with the base salary. Question number 6. Which data silos or areas of the company would you look at first if we hire you? The interviewer will ask you to assume that you have been hired. They may ask you to explain what areas of the company or data you will look at first and what insight could have a big impact on the organization. This question will test your logical reasoning skills, and it can be a tough question if this is your first job without experience with a similar company. One of the most important things for you to understand is that knowing how to approach this question is more important than the answer you give. Give it some thought and consider the company's current life cycle and its main focus. For instance, if this is a startup or a company in its early stages, its current main focus may be getting the right products out there. This means that the company's main goal is to build a great product that will provide value to its target market. In this case, you will need to determine if the company is measuring everything that needs to be measured and whether the product funnel is leaking. Question number 7. Would you like to be a manager or team leader in the future? This is one of the most common interview questions for a business analyst position. The most significant reason why an interviewer asks this question is to gauge how ambitious you are. In most organizations, one of the toughest parts is keeping employees productive and motivated. While some employees are ambitious and look to climb the corporate ladder, others are happy where they are as long as their work is interesting. The best way to answer this question is by being honest. If you would like to manage your own team in the future, you can say so. Make the deal sound sweeter by saying that you would like to learn and grow in a good environment first. While this shows the interviewer that you have ambition for the future, it doesn't make them feel pressured to make sure that the position is available in the near future. Question number 8. Where do you see yourself in the company 2 years from now? This is one of the most common interview questions for business analyst candidates. The intention is to gauge whether the candidates have thought about their career paths and what they would like to achieve in the near future. If there is one question you should not answer poorly, this is it. Any prepared candidate will have a solid answer of where they plan to be in a year or two from now. If you are looking to learn as much as you can and increase your experience and knowledge base, then you can be honest about it. If you are hoping that by then you will have your own team, to be honest about that too. Expect some pushbacks as the interviewer may tell you that the chances of managing your own team may be low or they are planning to give someone else that responsibility. Don't let this discourage you from taking up the job because things change all the time. If you are good at what you do, you may just be the one that gets it. Question number 9. Is there anything that makes you different from other candidates? HR interviewers may also ask this question to judge your confidence as a business analyst. If you did your research about the company, you know what is required of you in this role. Mention the experiences and skills you have and how they will benefit this specific role in this specific company. Your answer should remain work-related and personal. Mention how good you are with people, whether you can lead a team with ease, and how well you can solve the problems the company is currently facing. Answer confidently and thoroughly what gives you an advantage over everyone else outside that door. Did you enjoy this video? If so, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We post videos regularly on business analysis techniques, tools, and tutorials. Like and share the video. Thank you.